Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
What are you going to be doing if the last moments of the world ended and whatnot?
Well, isn't that a done deal? Aren't we ish?
Yeah, we already passed.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now, on the phone, talking with y'all on the zone with Dev. That's what I'm going to be doing. I swear, man. And you know what's so crazy? It's like I've always said that if there's a few things that scare me, in terms of just in general. Like, one of them is complacency scares me. Mm-hmm. Not fulfilling the things that I want to fulfill, that scares me. The world ending don't scare me. Never did.
Mm.
And people think that I'm weird or something, but I'm going to tell you, if a fucking meteorite came and cracked this earth open, split it in half, and both halves were on fire for 1 million years, some way, somehow, at the end of when the smoke settles and the dust clears, some new life form is going to develop out of the ecosystem, and we'll start this whole bullshit over again. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't care.
That's the way it'll happen, yeah.
And like I said, I've been here and will always be here in one form or another. We have never not been here. Because just like I'm quite sure if there was somebody that was born in 1970 or 1980, that means that 1900 years before your ass came out the womb, where the fuck were you? And do you sense any loss of time? You know what I'm saying? So, people, I can't imagine not being. Even when you're not here, where the fuck were you? You were somewhere. So, fuck it, man. Why is everybody so fucking scared about bullshit like that? I already got plans, like, depending on how it ends. Like, if a meteor comes, what I want to do is go get a boat so I can go to the point of impact. And I'm going to have me a big-ass chick. I'm kind of tempted, like, do I want to be doing it doggy style while the meteor's coming? Or maybe I'll do it in the missionary so I can see the meteorite in her eyes. I don't know. One or the other. But shit, man, if it's going to be over, I'm not trying to survive no post-apocalyptic bullshit. Let me get the fuck up out of here. You know, y'all deal with the zombies and all that shit.
All that crap.
Nah, that's for the birds. Take me to the point of impact.
You don't want to do the Book of Eli?
Nah.
I'm walking around blind.
Yeah, go. I'll go out with some style. Yeah, bullshit, dude. Man, come on.
Also,
it reminds me of that. Remember that song by Brand New, me and Mark?
Which one?
Who is the mystery God? Have you seen him? You keep searching for 1 million years, keep spreading dates, and he never appears.
Yes. I was listening to that the other day.
That is so real.
I'm going to be laid up with Janet Jackson, son. Laid up.
Well, I hope she's there now, because the world should be over right about now.
Yeah, she's on her way right now. You know, the Mayans are on West Coast time, son. So we got
that's
like an hour and a half.
We forgot to ask what time zone the world would be in.
Time zone is West Coast time zone. So, you figure, so we got like an hour and a half left. So she said, she just hit me and said she'd be here in like 5 minutes.
Oh, so the world really ended like 3 hours ago.
Pretty much.
No, it ain't. No, it's not for fun. So West Coast hits 12 midnight, then the world will be open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we still got like an hour and a half left.
All right, so I'm sorry.
Like an hour and a half.
We haven't reached it yet.
West Coast. Yeah, we haven't reached the climax yet, You know, I had people calling me, yo, it's raining outside. Okay, that's nice.
That doesn't mean
what is that a sign now? All of a sudden, rain.
It's raining outside. I said, word. That's what's up. That's all you worried about is rain, motherfucker.
I thought the sign would be, like the sky splitting open or something.
Oh yeah,
like a giant eyeball in the sky, like.
Yeah.
During daytime at 12 midnight,
Everybody, please. I should be so lucky that the world would end.
Well, maybe that's why they're trying to convince everyone that the world is supposed to end in an hour. Yeah. Because the calendar, the Mayan Prophecy that Post-Apocaliptic wrote, all those thousands of years ago, it doesn't even say that. It just means that the calendar goes over to the next year, basically. And
right.
That,
people act like they've never seen the end of a month, the end of a calendar.
That's all. I swear to you, that's really all it is. I mean, now it's kind of like a New Year's resolution type of thing. So when the calendar resets, people are going to be feeling freer that they can, create a different world for themselves. So in that sense, it's an ending. But there's nothing apocalyptic. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's nothing destructive about it. It was considered by them to be a constructive thing. So I don't even see why there's all this hoopla about death and fire and the earth splitting open, unless that's going to be manufactured.
Well, there you go. You just said what I was thinking. Yeah. What it does is it gives cover for the bullshit that these motherfuckers want to do to the earth.
Right.
See, they love revelations and they love that shit because when you do this crazy shit, they're not going to associate it with the people in power doing it. They're going to associate it with, this is God's will.
And if you say that it's God doing that, the subtext is that you're worshiping the people that are killing you. You're calling them God because they're the ones that are doing it.
Right.
And the thing that gets me is that, okay, this ancient civilization predicted the end of the world, yet they could not predict the end of their civilization. That's what drives me up a wall. It's like,
well, the story goes they just disappeared. They like the folks you see in Apocalypto, those aren't the people who built those pyramids and who wrote all that stuff down. They were kind of like a group of warring tribes, kind of like, some other people who will remain nameless that didn't invent the pyramids, and Egypt didn't do any of that architecture. They just kind of came in after the fact and built a mosque next to it and said that, we built everything around it. But no, the people you see in Apocalypto sacrificing, they didn't build shit. They didn't know how to build because they're too warlike. They just use the existing gods and everything like that to, continue propagating their way of life. But, the people who actually did all that stuff, their legends say that they ascended and went to some higher, level of existence. Or they kind of maybe assimilated into some of the... I don't know. I don't know. According to their book, that's what they said. Or if there's any of them that were left, they probably assimilated into some of the surrounding cultures to avoid being killed. Because, if you were a woodland culture, back then, you were fair game to be sacrificed to some fake god for some fake power. Right. It's funny, too, because, like, the gods that the Aztecs were worshiping, they resembled the devil. And then the real devil came from across the shores. It shows you who the real fucking devil is. Oh, you want me to come here and show you how to kill, motherfucker? Here's a cannon. Worship that.
Yep.
So
we got 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's like
these
people. Everybody's looking for this Cecil B. DeMille bullshit. They got it in their mind. It's been pushed in their head through 10 Commandments and all this other nonsense. So anything that happens, they're going to automatically, let them project the big-ass Jesus in the sky. And you're going to see a lot of so-called conscious people going, oh, shit, my Lord and Savior.